everybody out there in reseller land. This is Suzanne A. Wells, and I'm back with another sales update video. These sales are from April and May 2024, and things are getting back to normal for me, and my reselling is gaining momentum again. So in this video, I'll show you my sales from those 2 months, some numbers, and some great finds that are listed in my store now. Hardly any clothing on the new finds. I listed almost 100 items since my last sales update. Much of it is cool stuff I have never found before, and either knew about and never found it or learned about it. So that's what I want to pass on to you, is what I've learned. The purpose of my sales update videos are to show you that I am a real seller, just like you, treasure hunting, listing, shipping. I'm giving you the follow through on my sold items. So here we go. This is what I call a stale item. I'd had this almost 2 years. Smart wool zipper cardigan. I paid $5.75 for this. I took an offer of $25, so my profit was $20. Okay, this is a day runner leather planner with extendable handles. I paid $2.22 for this, took an offer of $20. My profit was $18.07. This also took a while to sell, probably about a year and a half. This is a Hide of Denmark mosaic tile bowl. I paid $15 for this, took an offer of $34. My profit was $24.11. This was a new item for me, meaning I'd never heard of this, I'd never seen this out in the wild, and I bought 2 of them, different sizes, and they both sold within a couple of weeks. This is a Red Bull Racing Hat Formula One team. Paid $1 for this at a Goodwill. Took a $30 offer. My profit was $25.29. Here is a Tommy Bahama linen dress. I paid $6.50 for this. Took an offer of $40. My profit was $28.77. This is a lot of feed sacks found in the basement of the farmhouse. A lot of 5, so cost was 0. Took an offer of $30. Profit was $29.57. And if you're wondering why the profit was so close to the sold price, it's because of the shipping discount. That gives us a little bump in our profit when that happens on heavier items. And I do not feel bad about it. That's a perk of being a seller. We work hard to get any kind of discount or perk on eBay, so don't feel bad about those shipping discounts. This is a pair of Allegria shoes, slip-on with a T-strap. I paid $3.85 for these. Took an offer of $32, making my profit $31.84. And again, that shipping discount helped increase the profit margin. Okay, Land's End paddle suit. I paid $4.75 for this. Took an offer of $42. Profit was $32.51. Here's a lovely Paula Young wig, and I'm saying that seriously because it is very cute, a short flippy style. I paid $5 for this. It sold for full asking of $34.97, making my profit $32.67. And I love selling wigs because they're so lightweight and easy to ship. I like putting them on the head and styling them and making a collage like this for the gallery photo so that I get more clicks on my listing if they can see the wig from all sides. Um, when I find them used, I absolutely wash them in wig shampoo. All that's very easy to figure out. You can just go on YouTube and learn about how to wash and style wigs. Um, and so people love them. You can be anybody you want. You can change your look. You don't have to pay for haircuts and hair color and highlighting, and you don't have to go to the salon and sit there for hours. So these are great to resell. And again, they are small, don't take up much room, and they can be so different. So look for these at estate sales and even thrift stores because it could be a new product line for you. Okay, this is an Eileen Fisher alpaca silk sweater. I paid $6.06 for that here in the Midwest shortly after I moved here. Sold it for $35. Profit was $33.92. Here is a vintage thermometer. This was also found in the farmhouse among the junk in the basement. I paid zero for this and it sold within hours for $49.97. So these older thermometers are considered advertising and people collect them. So you may not have thought about that before. Profit on this was $43.42. And here is a Prairie Farms milk jug. It's a gallon size. This was also found in the farmhouse basement. Cost was zero. Sold for $50 on offer. Profit was $48.18. Now, you guys know I'm not a fan of breakables, but it just depends on what it is and how profitable it is. I did receive this feedback from the buyer. Very pleased with purchase. Item exactly as described. Extremely quick shipping. Fragile item packed very well for shipping. Smooth transaction. A plus 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 seller. Thank you. So just because you don't like doing something doesn't mean you can't be good at it. I just don't seek out things like sets of dishes and, really big breakable pieces. But, it's a judgment call. What do you want to do? What is worth your time? So I did get a few emails from listeners and viewers that were like, I thought you didn't like selling breakables, and there are all this stuff in your store that's breakable now. So that's why. I am making a judgment call. Okay, here's another wig. This is Godiva is the brand. This is a bob with bangs, very cute and a pretty color. I paid $5 for this at a thrift store. It sold for $70 on offer. Profit was $56.22. And here is a Christmas sells all year item. Design options, beaded, embroidered, applique sweater. It's vintage. I paid $5 for this in September of 2023, so it's almost been a year. I bought a whole bunch of them from a woman having a private estate sale. So I'm just waiting for these to slowly sell, which they are. My profit on this was $62.15. Okay, this is a Starlink mount. Here's what happened. We got Starlink for our internet. Uh, HughesNet was here before and it was terrible and it was just time for an upgrade. So we did that and we did not know which mount we would use. So we ordered two of them in our starter kit, or maybe it just came that way. I can't really remember. It was kind of chaotic at that time. But anyway, we had this mount that we're not going to use. So I contacted Starlink and said, I'd like to return this. We're not going to use it. We're going with the other model. Let me know how to do that. And they came back with, don't worry about returning it. Just keep it. So paid zero basically, and I took an offer of $85, which that was exactly what they were going for. I actually priced it around 100, but just to see if I could get that because it was new in the box. So always going high. So I took an offer of 85. Profit was $80.56. And it sold in like 24 hours. So that's just being resourceful. Sell things you're not going to use, they could sell right away. Okay, here is a rattlesnake belt. This was part of an online auction lot. My cost for this item was $7.60. It was fully rattlesnake covered all the way around the belt and the belt buckle. And I had it priced at $149, and within a couple of days I got an offer for $125, which I accepted. So profit was $103.62. Okay, this is an Arlo security system, another item that was hidden away in the basement in the box, never used. So cost was zero. Took an offer of $140, making profit $133.23. And finally, the big kahuna of this video, this antique woodblock art print. This was by a local artist. This was part of an online auction lot. I paid $10 for this. Actually, no, it was just by itself for $10. And it sold for $275. I went in high with $325 because there wasn't a lot of this work online. I couldn't find very many comps. It has the artist's signature on it, and the artist actually passed away in 1967, and he was local to this area of Illinois where I am. So I only find a few other ones like it, and they were priced at 300 or above, or had sold for 300 or above. So took 275, profit was 232.43. Okay, let's go over some numbers. Number of items sold: April 19 items, May 20 items. Kind of sad, kind of sad, yes, but my life has been so busy. I'm just keeping up the best I can, and I know that many of you are in the same boat. You just keep going. I sold 35 items in March alone, so kind of a couple slow months in a row there. I currently have 411 items in my store compared to 319 at the end of March. So, been very busy getting things listed. Inventory cost of the items sold $136. Inventory cost in March was $93.94. Profit per item $43.89. I'm happy with that. Profit per item in March was $27.63. Returns over these 2 months, only one. It was a clothing item that didn't fit. No problem. She returned it in perfect condition, and it is listed in my store again. Okay, new listings. These are items that have not been there before, not new, brand new items, just items new to my store. 22 listings in April, and I refreshed 67 listings in April, meaning ending them and restarting them with some tweaks. May, I listed 78 items and refreshed 41 items. So, getting some momentum on listing new items. Also, if you watch my store, which I'm happy for you to do that, it's a teaching store on purpose, I have a new category called Old Farm Stuff. Putting it all together if you just want to see the kinds of things I'm finding either around the farmhouse or as I'm out treasure hunting. So there you go, Old Farm Stuff, if you want to look at what I'm listing. Okay, I have been doing online auctions, and I wanted to share that with you as far as lots and items that I've won and have listed. So this was a great win right here. I actually won two listings for 25 baseball caps, hats. And some of them had old advertising, but like this is the picture. You don't get to see every single thing that's in there. So it is kind of a gamble because these companies doing the online auctions, they have so much stuff to photograph. They just don't have time to take pictures of every single thing. So they just lot it up, take a few quick pictures, and there you go. So I won this lot for $10, which came out to 40 cents per hat, and then this one, the same thing. And I'm thinking that the person they came from was some kind of restaurant or bar salesperson, because a lot of these hats have restaurant names or taverns or just cities, places. So a lot of them are brand new. So just a few examples. Oh, that says I paid zero. That's wrong. I paid 40 cents. We've got this cute Hawaii one with the turtle, Brooklyn, New York, Alaska, and one of my favorites, this Atlanta Braves Delta baseball hat. So I've listed probably a third of them. So if you're watching my store and you see a whole bunch of hats, that's what's going on there. Okay, next is an item I wanted to learn on. So I bought these knowing that they may not all be valuable, and this was going to be a learning experiment because I'd never found these in the wild. And I do have a 48-minute lesson in the premium library about playing cards. I've never seen any in the wild until now. So I did this lesson shortly after I started my online school, and it explains which ones have value, what collectors want. And I saw some of those characteristics in the photos of these playing card lots. So I did pay up for these, taking a bit of a risk. With this many decks, I knew there would be some gems in there, and I could just lot up the quote losers in lots and just sell them off like that to get some of my money back. So this lot I paid $130 for. It came out to $1.92 per deck, and same here, $100. And there were about 80 of these decks of cards. Definitely came from a collector because they're very interesting. And again, I just consider this education because I'm going through all of these and learning what has value and what doesn't. But again, you can't really see them all in these pictures. You can see some, but sometimes you just have to take a gamble and chalk it up to paying for your education, because that's how you're going to learn, is working with the actual items. So this one I have listed for $59.97. It's for Herndon's department store in Springfield, which doesn't exist anymore. This one was unopened. The cards were still sealed, and they have the tax stamp on them, which makes them more attractive to collectors. So I have this double deck set at $49.97, and then this one also was sealed with the tax stamp, and I've just got it priced at $20. So be interesting to see how that pans out. And then another item that I've always wanted to work with and learn about is postcards. So I did win this lot of postcards. I paid $100. It says approximately 1,000. I have not counted them, but close enough, right? So these came out to about 15 cents each. I don't think there's 1,000. I think there's a little less, so I'm just estimating the cost on that. So I do have some of these listed, and I've kind of put this on the back burner until I get through all the hats and the playing cards and the other things that have more value individually. And my plan on these is to figure out the most valuable ones and list them individually, and then I will make lots with the others based on the topic, or what the picture is. So this one was very interesting. It's Fort Meade, it's Army Barracks, and it was postmarked 1942. And I have $30 on this just as a starting point, but that was really cool. And then this one is Human Bones and Skeleton. Somehow the very macabre themed postcards are attractive to collectors. And then there were a bunch of these just 70-ish hotels, motels, and the people sitting around in their 70s bathing suits, and the lounges and the decor. And many of these don't exist anymore. So this has been a really fun project to go through these and figure out what people want, and just look at the postcards and read what people wrote on the back, because that's history. They're telling a story. And some of the older ones from the early 1900s, they're talking about the train ride, and going to the department store to buy hats, and just really interesting stuff. So I'm enjoying that project. Okay, here's something I've been looking for ever since I knew about it, like 15 years ago. Hartman luggage. I won this lot of 7 pieces for $65 total, so it came out to $9.29 each. And you can see in the photos they've got, some of them are open, and I'll tell you where I went wrong on this. But this was in the 2021 BOLO book. You can see right there, Hartman tweed luggage. So I knew about it a long time ago, and finally it showed up in my experience. But what I didn't think about, because I was so excited to find this and get it so cheap, was some of the locks on some of the pieces are rusted shut, and I got to figure out how to get in there. I do have 3 pieces listed right now. This messenger bag, I've got $70 on that. This is just a regular suitcase, 21 inch. The lock does not work, but it does open, and it's really nice on the inside. It's not dirty and disgusting. And then this folding garment bag, I've got $100 on that. So even if I don't figure out how to open all the pieces, I can make my money on the ones that do open. And I'm going to pursue figuring out how to get them open, because these can be used for props or decor in like vintage stores or antique booths. I don't think it's going to matter that the locks don't work once I can get them open, but I certainly can't sell them not opening them, because I don't know what's inside. And if it's dirty and disgusting, I don't want to sell that. So I'm working through that. But lesson learned. And I'm buying these online, so there's no way to know if the locks work. And you can't ask questions on these online auctions. So I'm okay with my purchase there, but just putting that out there as a teaching point that yes, these have locks, and they may be rusted shut because they're so old. Okay, here's another item I'd never heard of before, Royal Hager bowls. These just looked cool and vintage, and I found out they're made in Illinois. They were made a long time ago. They're not made anymore. And so I did do the research and look up how much they're worth before I bid. These were $3 each. I won the whole lot for $12. And so here I have 3 different listings. I did not combine them into one listing, and I've got $75 on these. So we'll see what happens with that. I didn't see any exactly like these in the completeds or actives, so they are unique. Another thing I've been looking for are paperweights. So I won this auction, $5 for this alabaster paperweight made in Italy. Just very cool looking striated marble and alabaster. $5 for this. and I have it listed for $49.97, and it is just beautiful. So I'm waiting to see if I get offers or what that goes for. Okay, here are the belts. This is a lot of 3 belts. I paid $23 for all 3 and $7.60 each. The silver one, I just thought was going to be junk silver, but it was actually nickel and silver and kind of valuable. I've got it priced at $70. It cost me $7.60. I just took the buckle off of the cheap belt and listed that. And then this is a hand tooled 2-inch leather belt, the rattlesnake buckle. The leather is beautiful. It's hand tooled and gorgeous. So I noticed that just the rattlesnake buckles can sell for a good price. So I put 75 on this just to see where it goes. And this one here was the one I saw uh, in the auction photo. That's the one I wanted. I knew that was going to be worth a lot because it's full rattlesnake all the way around and the buckle. So I paid $7.60, and this one has already sold. So that will be in the next sales update video. So I made my money back on that and then some. Also been wanting to dabble in pottery. This is a Marshall pottery crock. I did research on this before putting in my bid, and this one was on the internet in several places for over $100. So $30 was a smart investment. It's very heavy. I have it listed for $110 and with the option of local pickup because it is really heavy, but I'm okay to ship it. I can ship heavy things. So we'll see where that goes. Next up are the Goodwill bins finds. So I found this fine pen and pencil set. The brand is Garland. It's brand new. They both utensils both pen and pencil work just fine, and it does have a 20-year service on it, but that's okay. I have this priced at $29.97 and it costs me 30 cents because it's lightweight. At the bins where I am, the price is $1.50 per pound. So I'm still looking for those small, lightweight things that are going to be cheap. This is a Polish pottery soap dish. Perfect condition, no chips or anything. This costs 90 cents and I have it priced at 25. This was a little heavy and I didn't think about that, so it cost me $5. Ravensburger puzzle, 2,000 pieces. This one isn't one of the more valuable ones, but it would be a good flip. I have it priced at 30. I found this crewel needlework piece framed. The frame's in good condition, so I just left it in the frame. This was $3. I have it priced at 30. Now here's another piece. This was in a really, really crappy frame, falling apart and everything. So I took it out of the frame and gently washed it. The colors are kind of faded. It was already like that, but it may appeal to somebody. This was $1.40 and I have it priced at 50. I found some cosmetics, hair products, Madison Reed set. These were all separated and I just put it together in one listing. Again, very lightweight. This cost 40 cents. I have it priced at $30. This was a cool item. It's called a wine bladder. Doesn't have the top, but it could be used for decor or a prop or anything, not necessarily to drink out of. So it was made in Spain and it was a nice leather and suede. 60 cents, again, is very lightweight, and I have it priced at 30. Here's another one of those advertising thermometers. 50 cents, is very lightweight. I have it priced at $50. And I found some vintage Care Bears. This is a 1990, no, it is a 1983 Care Bear bedtime bear. I have it priced at 25. It cost me $1. This is a 1984 Care Bear Cousins Lion. It was a dollar. I have it priced at $24.97, so 25 bucks. And then this item, Monster Energy logo stretch beanie, 25 cents. I have it priced at $34.97. And this was in the 2023 BOLO book. The Monster Energy logoed items are highly sought after because they only give out these products at events. It's not like they're sold in stores and you can just go buy them. So that's why these are highly sought after, is because they're not everywhere. So there you have it. That was a long video, but I want you to see what I'm out here doing, that I am changing gears, trying to get into different product lines, and I'm finding them and I'm listing them. So the link to my store is below the video. You can look at my current items, you can look at my sold items. I'm an open book on that. I'm just sharing what I'm learning so that maybe it helps you make more money on eBay. Thanks for watching, and I hope you have a profitable and productive day on eBay. Bye.